real easy to say or to get off your chest, but I'm really starting to see this undeclared war that's being waged on us right now, and this is World War III. I think the World War III will be a war between everyone. It will definitely be a war that all the conditioning, all the programming, all the perceived ideas and ideologies of the way people should be living are just going to clash. And I'm not saying that everybody wants to be a part of it, but I'm saying that the world is in such a turmoil state right now that it's going to be hard to get out of it. And even at that, you're going to be battling with yourself, this war within, even. And if you can get that war sorted from within and start making moral decisions, then we're going to have a more moral, free, I don't even want to say society, I'm just going to say a way of being human. Do we even know what it's like to be a human? To just be humans being? But anyways, what I kind of wanted to get a little deeper on that. Like, there's this, I just listened to the Mark Passio show last Sunday, and he's reading Confessions of a Bastard Cop, or All Cops Are Bastards. Anyways, he was reading this essay, and it was a confession from a former police officer, if that's what you want to call him, law enforcement, which has nothing to do with law. But he gets in there and he really starts, the cop gets in there and starts showing the tactics and stuff that they use on civilians. They treat us as less than humans, and if you think that they're still here to protect you and not steal from you, you're extremely naive. And I think this is a point, and even if the cops there, if they think that they're there to help you, look at Nazi Germany. Do you think that all those Nazis, do you think that they would say, oh yeah, we're bad people? Do you think any of them would say that as they're murdering? Or what about the people that invaded this piece of land, invaded America, when slaughtered all the Native Americans? Do you think that any of them would agree that they were bad people? They're just following orders. That's all they do. They cannot think on their own. They have no moral compass. I can't say that they aren't capable of doing good things, but I'm saying that the blackmail that they're restrained with is they're going to do their job. They're going to do whatever they see fit to steal your rights and justify it. Not only steal it, they're going to justify it. And one way that they can justify it is by saying, well, you paid for us. You let us do this. So what I'm getting at is, with the war and these cops, it's like the 7th or 9th Amendment, where it says that if you are unsatisfied with the government that is in play or in place, you are allowed to leave that government. You are allowed to form your own government. Now, all these, what that means is that you are allowed to do these things. The only reason these bullies uh, they want to make you believe you can't because they love having this little thing called authority, which doesn't exist. It doesn't really exist. And if we can get past the level of thinking that it does and thinking that they're right, you see this when I start saying thinking or ideas or mythologies or anything like that. This all has to do with mind control. And, like these grocery stores that want to start mandating people wear the mask where you can't go into the stores. Well, what if we have like little clever sayings on our mask, like this is done under duress, this is not me complying but I want to eat, little things like that. But if you don't want to do that, we have to start forming our own money systems. We have to start forming our own grocery stores, or not necessarily grocery stores, but we have to learn how to contract privately between individuals for any type of change to come about. And it just gets really deep, and it don't have to be so complex. The human way of being is simple. It was simply put by Creator, by the laws of nature, God, the totality of everything. It is given to us. And right now we're witnessing us not living by it. And what makes it hard is people like me, and probably people like you that are listening to this, that you don't want it to be like this. But a greater majority of people have gotten so far away from the truth, from God, from reality, that now reality is starting to break, and now we're stuck with this whole false narrative, this whole everything is fake anymore. It's either fake or genetically modified, a chemical, even the forms of money, the governments. We might as well just say it, that be out of the closet and quit beating around the bush about it, and just say that our entire government has been infiltrated. It has been infiltrated by these actors, and that's all we get. And they get to executive order. They get to order you. See this whole level of authority that this government, which is just an entity, it's just an entity, and they use people that have been manipulated so much by this entity that they think that it's real, and they think that they have the power over you. Well, they do if you give it to them. And with all this, I'm not saying resist. I'm not saying protest or boycott, or I am saying boycott. I'm not saying protest. I'm saying be a human. And I know people in the cities, it's harder for you guys to get food, and you're so stacked on top of each other. Well, I just want to tell you that all this land out here, there's tons of empty space. I know they want you to think that this is so overpopulated, the world's overpopulated. Well, that's just another idea propagated by these people that are controlled by this entity, this false entity, this evil spirit that's guiding them in the directions which is guiding us. as masses because it's mass mind control. They've tapped into something. They've learned. They know us inside and out. They know our psychology. They know, and it's getting even more and more physical now because soon you're not even going to be able to have cash. Everything that you have is going to be in this digital database, records, this video, and anything that I'm not doing on this video. But I like to be able to communicate. I like to be able to contact people, but it's impossible to do nowadays unless you do have one of these devices. I mean, we can go towards Skype and that, but I don't even have internet in my house. The only internet that I have is through my phone, through my cellular network. So I'm kind of limited until I guess I get internet, but it's so much more expensive than these phones are. So I guess I'm just at a little battle with that right now. But besides that, we just really need to start taking things a little more seriously. And I'm not saying taking the news more seriously or taking this whole mask wearing a little more seriously. I'm saying taking being a human being with natural rights and the right to live and the right to die, the right to choose. They're taking that from us and be more out. Even if you are one that's afraid of the germs and diseases and that, you still have a moral obligation to stick up for someone that doesn't want to wear it. You're wearing your gloves, you're wearing your mask. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of if I'm not? You're protected, remember? You got your gloves, you're damaging yourself with this mask. Don't you think that's kind of funny too? Everybody wears masks at the same time. This Floyd character was supposedly killed, and then you wear this mask. I can't breathe, and the mask is over your face, and nose, or mouth and nose. Anyways, I'm getting to be close to my destination. Maybe I'll chime back in a little bit and take things a little bit further, gather my thoughts again. Thanks for listening.